In this video, we'll discuss the three popular JavaScript frameworks and libraries: React, Angular, and Vue. React is a library for building user interfaces. It was created by Facebook in 2013 and since then has gained huge popularity. React uses what's known as a virtual DOM, which means it only updates parts of the page that have been updated. For example, let's say you're trying to log into YouTube and you enter an incorrect password. Normally you'd expect there to be an error message presented to you, right? Well, with React's virtual DOM, the error message only appears exactly when it needs to, whereas what happens in most other frameworks and libraries is that the whole page re-renders behind the scene and then presents the updated view to the user. Of course, as a user, you don't physically see this happening, but the calculations are still happening behind the scenes. This functionality makes it much faster and more efficient than other JavaScript frameworks or libraries. React is also incredibly flexible and can be used in conjunction with other frameworks and libraries at the same time. Angular is a full-fledged JavaScript framework for building web applications. It's the framework that's typically chosen for big, heavy, data-driven applications, and it was created by Google in 2010 and has gone through several iterations since then. Angular is known for its two-way data binding capability, which means that changes to the model, i.e. the data or the brains of the application, automatically update the view, i.e. the user interface, what you actually see and click on, and vice versa. Angular also has a very large ecosystem of tools and libraries which are actually built in and bundled with Angular, which makes it incredibly easy to get started and build complex applications. However, Angular has been known to be one of the harder JavaScript frameworks or libraries to learn when compared to React and Vue. Vue is a progressive JavaScript framework built by Evan You in 2014 and has gained huge popularity since then. Evan actually took inspiration from AngularJS, which was the first version of Angular before it was drastically rewritten in 2016 to become Angular instead of AngularJS. Evan was actually on the AngularJS team before he split off to go and build his own JavaScript framework. Vue has a very small size and is extremely useful in building smaller projects, but also has some really powerful features that could be used for larger scale applications. Vue also has a virtual DOM somewhat similar to React, but it also has a feature called reactive data binding, which makes it easy to update the view based off of changes to the model, somewhat similar to Angular. In my mind, I like to consider Vue somewhere between a mix of React and Angular. So which technology is best to use? Well, it depends on your project's specific needs. As mentioned earlier, React is fantastic for building fast, efficient user interfaces, whereas Angular is more focused at building larger scale enterprise applications. Whereas Vue is kind of a perfect mix of the two, as it is relatively small sized, it's simple and easy to learn the syntax, and is suitable for both small and medium sized applications. All three frameworks have their own strengths and weaknesses. They all have their own communities associated with them, so it's important to evaluate them based on the project needs. As mentioned in the Frameworks and Libraries video, another reason that a developer may pick one of these frameworks or libraries over the other is purely just down to hireability. It's much easier to find a React permanent role or contract in comparison to a Vue permanent role or contract. Hopefully this video has given you a good understanding of the differences between React, Angular, and Vue.